Hello friends, and welcome back to Figure Study, where we appreciate the form in Transformers. And today it's all about Revenge of the Fallen Brawn. At least I think this is Revenge of the Fallen. I'm pretty sure it's Revenge of the Fallen. So yeah, Brawn. Now, I want to preface this by saying I have no connection, nostalgic or otherwise, to Brawn as a character or a toy at all. So I'm not coming from a place of how I feel they treated the character or how they changed the toy or anything like that, because I don't have that background. I'm just looking at it from the perspective of this is all that there is for me. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, Revenge of the Fallen Brawn. He's a pretty sturdy looking armored truck thing. And he is Pooh Brown. He is maybe slightly darker than Pooh Brown, but he is Pooh Brown, and it's okay. I mean, I think it works all right as a truck. It's little bits of dark green here and there that honestly I don't think necessarily work all that well in truck mode. But, you know, whatever. Gotta give him credit, though. They did actually paint the taillights this time around, and they painted the headlights and blinkers, which is actually pretty nice. And lo and behold, all of the windows are this clear plastic instead of there being like some that are clear and then others that are just solid, non-painted plastic. So hooray, hooray for the windows not all being disconnected and annoying. So yeah. And I'm thinking this is like a radar dish or something on top here, which they did paint, which looks pretty nice. Then they've got the Nest, I think that's the Nest logo, which was, I think that was the Decepticon Hunter group. I don't know. I didn't, oddly enough, Revenge of the Fallen is the one Transformers movie, Michael Bay Transformers movie I haven't seen. So I don't really know. I've seen the CinemaSins video of it, but I haven't actually seen the movie. Yeah, he's a nice looking armored truck. There's actually some nice little details in here too, like the oddly triangular looking gas cap, the almost vent looking things on the sides here. I kind of like the, not quite roll bars, but like the nice little, you know, sturdy looking bars on the windows there. Some detail on the tires, although you got that kind of weird seam in the middle there that's a little odd. But, you know, you're not going to be looking at this figure from the tires. And got some lights up there. A nice little three-pronged, almost triangular-looking Gatling gun thing with a scope on it. So maybe it's not a Gatling gun. I don't know. Some nice molded details on the hood here. And slightly swirly-looking plastic, too, which actually looks kind of nice. But you don't really notice it's swirly under normal lighting conditions. And the back, you know, looks like the back of a truck. I have to give it credit. That is a solid back of a truck as opposed to, say, Transformers Prime Cup, which I do want to do a video on him, like an actual full-on video of him. But yeah, Cup had that annoying little gap back there. Yeah, all in all, not a bad truck mode. This little bit on mine, for some reason, doesn't want to sit, like, flush. It's slightly off-center, which kind of bugs me, but whatever. Some unfortunate sprue marks here and there that I'm noticing, though, especially like up top here. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that, but whatever. Still, he's not a bad-looking truck. Does look very sturdy, very armored. This is not a truck I would want to get into any sort of, like, you know, road altercation with. And then on the underside, you've got folded up robot. Hooray! But yeah, no, this truck mode doesn't look bad. And for a quick size comparison, there he is with Samus. So, you know, normal size for, I think this is like roughly deluxe size, something like that. I don't know, I was never really big on keeping track of the classifications. But yeah, he makes for a decent truck. I actually think it looks kind of neat. I like how they've got certain details could have been picked out a little bit better, but then they did actually pick out a decent number of details, like the front fender here, and I like how this is black instead of brown. Just, it helps a little bit, and I like it. So yeah, not a bad looking truck. Now on to the robot. Right, so I might get flack for this. I might not, but I really like this robot mode. This looks so freaking cool to me. I mean, he's got these like overly long arms, but it kind of works for him. And I love the fact that the pistols actually stay like in his hands during transformation. I love the sort of extra stuff you can do with the gun, like how you can actually have the rifle going over his shoulder if you want, or fold it up against his back. It looks so nice. And I mean, yeah, okay, I have him slightly fan moded, very slightly. It's just these little skirt pieces on the sides here. In the official instructions, they want you to have them flipped around the other way, but I actually really like them this way because here it looks like, you know, hip armor. And yeah, I really like this robot mode. It looks really cool. I love, like, the green and the brown here, I think work a lot better because instead of brown with green accents, it's green with brown accents. And then, of course, you've got this gold, which actually stands out really nicely. He's covered in some decent textured details that just add a little bit more visual interest to the robot mode. I really like this kind of riot helmet gas mask looking head. And yeah, I know that's not what Brawn is supposed to look like, but I think it works really well here. And he just looks really, really cool. I am super, super into this. And I've seen people complain about the kibble that he's got going on back here. And I mean, you can kind of position it a few different ways, but yeah, he's got a bunch of truck panels hanging off of him. And when viewed from the front, or from the back, it's kind of unsightly, but I might be, it might just be me, but I actually really like these truck panels. Like this, yeah, it's kibbled, but I think it fits really well here because it almost looks like the truck exploded off of him and scraps of it are just hanging from him. And when you pose him in like slightly more dynamic poses, it almost looks like they're kind of flapping around with him as he moves. And it just adds an extra sort of sense of dynamicness to whatever you do with him. And I really, really like that. I mean, you know, like I said, might just be me, but I don't care. I really like this robot mode, and honestly, I think the kibble actually works in his favor. Now, I almost missed a couple of things too. There's some like painted bits on the forearms here and little red pelvis details. But yeah, I mean, just the details, the shape, the style. I really like this. I really, really do like this robot mode. It is so neat. And again, just the bits of kibble hanging off of him, I think, actually make him look more dynamic when you pose him in a dynamic way. He's got like the dual-wielded pistols. The pistols actually look pretty nice. Pop this out here. You can see, like, you know, it's this little clip here, and you know, they're simple, but they do look pretty cool. They look like futuristic robot pistols, and I like them. I like Brawn. Brawn is really cool. And of course, for scale, there he is with Samus. But yeah, he looks fantastic. And honestly, I think the only real gripe that I have, well, okay, 2 gripes. Okay, maybe 3 gripes. I kind of wish that there was a little bit of paint on the feet. Because, I mean, there are some nice details on those feet. There's, like, just, they have kind of a nice super robot kind of style to them almost. I kind of wish there was a little bit of paint there to kind of pull some of that detail out. And then his head, I like his head, but the gray here kind of is a little bit close. Like, it's silvery, but it's a little bit close to the gray here. And the gray that you can kind of see in his chest there, but the lighting's making it a little difficult. And I don't know, I feel like it doesn't stand out that much. Like, maybe if they silvered it up a little bit more, it would have been nice. And then third complaint is one of the things you can't really tell. Try and zoom in here. I actually stuffed some paper towel bits into his hips because his hips were super loose when I got him. Like, he wouldn't actually be able to hold this pose when I first got him. I mean, it's an easy fix, but it's a little bit annoying that I had to fix it. Oh, and as I was trying to show off the detail on his chest, I realized I forgot to go over just how awesome this torso looks. I mean, yeah, he's got kind of a... Why am I drawing a blank? Oh my gosh, I'm just all of a sudden terrible with names. Oh, wow. Why am I drawing a blank? This is a character I actually really like, too. I don't understand why. The chest, he's got kind of a... The Decepticon samurai that turns into a tank. God, why am I drawing a blank? This is so stupid. I love this figure and this character, and I can't remember the name. I'll flash it up on screen when I remember it, but yeah, that. This hat kind of has that, like, kind of skull face motif going there, but I really like it. And I really like this kind of extra bit here. There's just something about the details that they have going in this chest that are really cool to me. And like the little bits of red that kind of help it pop a little bit more too. It's just, I really, really like this guy, and I'm probably not going to do many more in terms of the movie figures, because this is the last guy. Like, you know, the last one I did, I think I said was the last one, but then I saw Brawn and got him recently, so he was a recent acquisition. That's why he's now the last one. At least until February, and I get that re-released Human Alliance Soundwave with the whitish silver paint job that looks freaking fantastic, so we'll see. But anyway, yeah, Brawn. Brawn is very cool. Hate on him if you want, that's fine. You're not wrong, but he is really cool to me. He might actually be, at least aesthetically, and like as far as getting him into neat poses, he might actually be my favorite movie figure that I own. And that's saying a lot because, you know, I have Mixmaster, and Mixmaster is a lot of fun too. But just, I really, really like his look. You know, I'm like the only person in existence who loves that kibble, but I really do think it works for him. Anyway, that's enough rambling. So, yeah. Bludgeon. That was it. Bludgeon. God. I don't know what was wrong with me there, but yeah. The chest is kind of like Bludgeon. Anyway, that has been my look at Revenge of the Fallen Brawn, and he is very, very cool. He ticks a lot of boxes for me. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. As per usual, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Any number of those three would make me a happy Rob, and hey, let me know what you think about Brawn's kibble situation, because I mean, I may not be the only person who feels that way. But anyway, thank you for watching, and remember, art is more than meets the eye.